Discipline and self-control are the cornerstones of a fulfilled and purposeful life. The ancient Stoics, masters of inner strength, left us timeless wisdom to navigate life's challenges with resilience and clarity. In a world full of distractions and temptations, their principles serve as a compass, guiding us to maintain focus, temper our impulses, and master ourselves. The only thing I ask of you is not to skip this video in any way. If you are here, consider yourself different from the rest. In this video, we are going to explore 10 powerful Stoic rules that empower us to rise above chaos and lead with intention and grace. The philosophy of Stoicism, born in ancient Greece and Rome, continues to offer timeless wisdom for navigating the challenges of modern living. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes discipline, self-control, and rationality, qualities that are invaluable in a world filled with distractions, temptations, and uncertainties. Here's how we can apply Stoic principles to cultivate discipline and self-control in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world. 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided people for centuries, is the ability to discern between what is within your control and what is not. This distinction lies at the heart of cultivating inner peace and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest proponents, emphasized this idea in his Meditations when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words hold profound wisdom that remains just as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. In modern life, it's incredibly easy to feel overwhelmed by the countless factors we cannot control. We are constantly bombarded by news of global events that are far beyond our influence, the unpredictable behavior or opinions of others, and the sudden, unforeseen obstacles that life throws our way. These external forces can make us feel helpless, anxious, or even defeated. But Stoicism offers a liberating perspective, the realization that while we cannot govern the world around us, we can govern ourselves. The Stoic response to life's uncertainties is to redirect our energy and focus on what lies within our sphere of control. At its core, this means taking ownership of our thoughts, our actions, and reactions. 2. Practice voluntary discomfort. One of the unique and transformative teachings of Stoicism is the practice of voluntary discomfort. The Stoics understood that life is inherently unpredictable and full of challenges, so they sought to strengthen the mind and body by deliberately exposing themselves to discomfort. This intentional approach, though seemingly counterintuitive, serves to build resilience, self-discipline, and an unshakable inner fortitude. Seneca, one of the most notable Stoic philosophers, often wrote about this practice. In his letters, he advised his readers to occasionally embrace poverty by living with less. He recommended sleeping on a hard surface, eating basic meals, and wearing simple clothing to remind oneself that happiness and contentment do not depend on material wealth or external comforts. Seneca argued that these exercises help strip away the fear of loss, allowing one to realize that even without abundance, life can still be fulfilling. In the context of our modern world, where comfort and convenience are often taken for granted, practicing voluntary discomfort remains a powerful way to cultivate resilience. This doesn't mean rejecting the comforts of life entirely, but rather engaging in small, deliberate acts that test our mental and physical limits. For example, taking cold showers. This seemingly simple act forces the body to adapt to discomfort, helping build both physical and mental toughness. Cold showers can also enhance focus, improve circulation, and foster a sense of accomplishment by starting the day with a challenge. Fasting intermittently. By occasionally going without food for a set period, we learn to manage hunger and cravings. This practice not only strengthens self-control, but also reminds us of how much we tend to overindulge in modern society. Setting limits on technology usage. In a world increasingly dominated by screens, consciously stepping away from phones, computers, or social media can reduce dependency and help regain clarity and mindfulness. It challenges us to fill our time more intentionally and break free from constant distraction. These exercises share a common goal, training us to resist the pull of immediate gratification and face life's inevitable hardships with greater equanimity. They remind us that we are stronger than we often believe, and that our well-being does not rely solely on external comforts. By incorporating voluntary discomfort into our lives, we cultivate the ability to endure challenges and maintain composure in the face of adversity, just as the Stoics intended. 3. Cultivate self-awareness. Discipline begins with understanding yourself, your triggers, habits, and weaknesses. Stoics advocated regular self-reflection as a way to assess one's actions and mindset. Epictetus encouraged keeping a mental ledger of daily behaviors, asking, "What did I do well? What could I improve?" In our digital age, self-awareness can involve monitoring how much time we spend on social media, identifying unproductive habits, and evaluating whether our actions align with our goals. Journaling or using productivity apps can serve as tools for maintaining this awareness. 4. Embrace delayed gratification. In an era where instant gratification is celebrated and often seen as the norm, the concept of delayed gratification offers a refreshing and meaningful alternative. The Stoics, deeply aware of the fleeting nature of pleasures and the enduring value of discipline, emphasized the importance of patience and long-term focus. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, beautifully captured this idea when he said, "No great thing is created suddenly. Whether it is the growth of a mighty tree or the mastery of a skill, true fulfillment requires time, effort, and perseverance." Modern culture, with its endless stream of instant rewards, from fast food to one-click purchases, can easily lure us away from the pursuit of deeper, more enduring goals. However, the Stoics understood that the things most worth having, such as wisdom, virtue, or success in meaningful endeavors, cannot be rushed. They require us to forego immediate pleasures in favor of the greater satisfaction that comes from achieving something of real value. To embrace delayed gratification in your own life, consider the following practices. Break down large goals into manageable steps. Lofty ambitions can feel overwhelming, but by dividing them into smaller, achievable tasks, you create a clear and actionable roadmap. This not only makes progress more tangible, but also keeps you motivated as you move steadily toward your ultimate goal. Resist impulsive decisions. In moments of temptation, remind yourself of your broader aspirations. Ask whether a fleeting pleasure is worth derailing the progress you've made or compromising your long-term vision. Building the habit of pausing to reflect can help align your choices with your deeper values. Celebrate incremental progress. While the ultimate goal is important, don't overlook the value of small victories along the way. Each step forward, no matter how modest, represents growth and builds the discipline that compounds over time. Recognizing and celebrating these moments reinforces your commitment and keeps you motivated. By practicing delayed gratification, you align yourself with one of the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, the pursuit of excellence through perseverance and self-mastery. This approach not only helps you achieve your goals, but also fosters a sense of inner peace and satisfaction, knowing that you are living in harmony with your values and priorities. 5. Develop emotional mastery. Emotions are an intrinsic part of the human experience, and Stoicism acknowledges their natural place in our lives. However, the philosophy also emphasizes that emotions should not dominate our actions or cloud our judgment. Developing emotional mastery, the ability to experience emotions without being ruled by them, is one of the most powerful tools the Stoics offer for achieving inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor and philosopher, captured this idea succinctly when he wrote, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you." This profound statement reminds us that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we interpret and respond to those events. In the chaos of modern life, where emotions often run high due to constant pressures, distractions, and comparisons, emotional mastery can serve as an anchor. The Stoic approach encourages us to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively to life's provocations. To cultivate emotional mastery, consider the following practices. Pause before reacting. In emotionally charged situations, such as receiving a heated email or text, take a moment before responding. This pause allows you to assess the situation objectively and choose a response that aligns with your values rather than reacting out of anger or frustration. This simple act of restraint can prevent unnecessary conflict and foster better communication. Reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, Stoics teach us to see them as chances to build resilience, learn, and grow. By shifting your perspective, you can transform feelings of disappointment or frustration into motivation and purpose. For instance, a failed project can become a valuable lesson in adaptability and perseverance. Avoid comparisons that trigger envy or frustration. Social media often fuels unhealthy comparisons, making it easy to feel inadequate or envious of others' seemingly perfect lives. Stoics remind us that such comparisons are unnecessary and counterproductive. Focus instead on your own journey and the progress you're making, free from the distractions of others' achievements. Practicing mindfulness and detachment lies at the heart of emotional mastery. Mindfulness allows us to observe our emotions without being overwhelmed by them, while detachment helps us step back and assess situations with clarity. These practices, when applied consistently, enable us to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. Ultimately, emotional mastery doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring emotions, but understanding and managing them. It's about acknowledging their presence without allowing them to control your decisions or undermine your peace of mind. By cultivating this skill, we can live more intentionally, make wiser choices, and remain steady in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. 6. Set clear boundaries. Discipline is at the heart of a well-lived life, and the ability to set clear boundaries plays a vital role in maintaining that discipline. The Stoics believed in prioritizing what truly matters, ensuring that every action was aligned with one's core values and long-term goals. They understood that living a life of virtue and purpose often requires saying no to distractions, temptations, and anything that detracts from our focus and inner peace. In the writings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, there is a recurring emphasis on guarding one's time and energy. Marcus Aurelius cautioned against being consumed by trivial matters, urging us to remain steadfast in pursuing what is meaningful. In a world filled with constant demands on our attention, this wisdom is more relevant than ever. In modern life, setting boundaries involves creating clear limits that protect your priorities and ensure your actions align with your values. Consider the following examples. Establishing a strict work-life balance. In a culture that often glorifies overworking, it's essential to draw a line between professional responsibilities and personal time. This might mean setting firm boundaries around working hours, turning off notifications after a certain time, or dedicating evenings and weekends to family, hobbies, or rest. Protecting this balance helps prevent burnout and fosters a healthier, more fulfilling life. Limiting exposure to negative influences or toxic relationships. The people and environments we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our mindset and well-being. Setting boundaries may involve distancing yourself from individuals or situations that drain your energy, provoke unnecessary stress, or undermine your confidence. Instead, prioritize relationships that uplift, inspire, and support your growth. Allocating specific times for focused work, free from digital interruptions. In the age of constant connectivity, it's easy to fall victim to distractions such as emails, social media, or notifications. Protecting your focus means intentionally carving out blocks of uninterrupted time to work on meaningful tasks. This might include silencing your phone, using productivity tools, or working in a space that minimizes distractions. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, we create the mental and physical space needed to live intentionally. Boundaries are not about isolation or rigidity. They are about honoring your priorities and creating the conditions for a disciplined and purposeful life. Moreover, setting boundaries helps cultivate self-respect and reinforces your commitment to your values. It signals to yourself and others that your time, energy, and focus are valuable and should not be wasted on what does not serve your greater purpose. In this way, boundaries act as a shield, protecting your inner peace and enabling you to stay true to your path. Through the Stoic lens, setting boundaries is not just a practical tool, it is an act of self-mastery. It empowers you to live with intention, focus on what truly matters, and guard against the distractions that threaten to pull you off course. By practicing this principle, you create a foundation for a life of clarity, balance, and unwavering discipline. 7. Seek progress, not perfection. The pursuit of perfection can often lead to frustration, self-doubt, and even paralysis. The Stoics, however, understood that perfection is an unattainable ideal, and striving for it can distract us from what truly matters: progress. They believed that life is a continuous journey of growth, where consistent effort and self-improvement are far more valuable than the impossible standard of flawlessness. This mindset is reflected in the teachings of Seneca, who advised, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Instead of being discouraged by setbacks or mistakes, Stoics encouraged embracing them as opportunities for learning and growth. Discipline, they believed, is not about achieving perfection or avoiding failure, but about showing up consistently, learning from errors, and moving forward with determination. In the context of modern life, seeking progress over perfection means adopting a mindset that values effort and resilience over rigid standards. Here are some practical ways to embody this principle. Forgive yourself for slipping into old habits. Everyone experiences moments when they falter or fall short of their goals. Perhaps you miss a workout, procrastinate on an important task, or revert to an unhealthy habit. Instead of berating yourself, recognize these moments as part of being human. Forgive yourself, reflect on what led to the slip, and refocus your efforts. Self-compassion allows you to bounce back more effectively than self-criticism ever could. Focus on consistency rather than intensity. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the desire to achieve big results quickly. However, true progress is built on consistent small efforts over time. For instance, committing to writing for 20 minutes a day or exercising 3 times a week is more sustainable than attempting an all-or-nothing approach. Regular, incremental progress not only builds discipline, but also creates lasting habits. Understand that setbacks are part of growth. Challenges, failures, and obstacles are inevitable on the path to self-improvement. Instead of viewing them as defeats, see them as valuable opportunities to develop resilience and adaptability. Every setback carries a lesson that can help you refine your approach and grow stronger. For example, a failed project might teach you better planning strategies, or a difficult conversation might improve your communication skills. By shifting the focus from perfection to progress, we free ourselves from the burden of unrealistic expectations. This Stoic principle encourages us to embrace the journey rather than obsess over the destination, fostering a healthier and more sustainable approach to personal growth. Ultimately, progress is about taking consistent, intentional steps toward becoming the best version of yourself. It's about showing up, even when it's difficult, and choosing effort over complacency. As the Stoics remind us, the path to self-mastery is not a straight line, but a continuous process of striving, learning, and growing. Through this lens, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. 8. Surround yourself with virtuous influences. The company we keep and the ideas we expose ourselves to play a profound role in shaping our character and habits. The Stoics deeply understood this, emphasizing the importance of surrounding oneself with virtuous influences that inspire growth, discipline, and wisdom. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, captured this principle when he advised, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This simple yet powerful statement reminds us that our environment has a direct impact on our mindset and actions, making it essential to use our influences wisely. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, this wisdom is more relevant than ever. With endless access to people, media, and content, our influences extend far beyond the physical spaces we inhabit. Every social media account we follow, every conversation we engage in, and every piece of content we consume has the potential to shape our thoughts and behaviors, either positively or negatively. To apply this Stoic principle in modern life, consider the following practices. Follow thought leaders who promote personal growth. In the digital age, we have unprecedented access to inspiring leaders, educators, and creators who share valuable insights on discipline, resilience, and self-improvement. Choose to follow individuals whose messages align with your values and motivate you to pursue excellence. Avoid content that promotes negativity, envy, or superficiality, as these can subtly undermine your mental clarity and focus. Build a network of supportive and disciplined individuals. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, encourage you to stay committed to your goals, and hold you accountable. Whether it's through friendships, mentorships, or professional connections, being part of a community that shares your aspirations fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. These relationships serve as a source of motivation and guidance, especially during difficult times. Consume content that aligns with your values and goals. Be intentional about what you read, watch, and listen to. Seek out books, podcasts, and videos that inspire you to think critically, act virtuously, and stay disciplined. For instance, reading about Stoic philosophy or listening to podcasts on personal development can reinforce your commitment to self-mastery. Conversely, minimize exposure to content that distracts or derails you from your objectives. By curating your influences, you create an environment that supports your growth and reinforces your commitment to self-control and discipline. This isn't just about avoiding negative influences, it's about actively seeking out people and ideas that elevate your mindset and inspire you to live a virtuous life. The Stoics believed that we become the sum of our influences, much like a stone takes the shape of the chisel and hammer used to carve it. When we surround ourselves with virtuous influences, we are better equipped to stay focused on what matters, resist the pull of distractions, and cultivate the habits needed to achieve our highest potential. In essence, choosing virtuous influences is an act of self-respect and a declaration of your dedication to living a purposeful life. It empowers you to align your actions with your values, stay true to your path, and build the character needed to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace.
9. Remember the bigger picture. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the reminder to keep life's bigger picture in mind. This philosophical perspective encourages us to rise above trivialities, focus on what truly matters, and live each day with intention and purpose. The Stoics often reflected on the inevitability of mortality, not as a source of fear, but as a tool to cultivate gratitude, perspective, and focus. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, captured this beautifully when he wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This reflection on life's brevity is known as memento mori, a reminder of death. Far from being morbid, it is a call to live fully and authentically. By remembering that our time is finite, we are inspired to align our actions with our deepest values, let go of distractions, and appreciate the fleeting beauty of each moment. In the context of modern life, where distractions abound and time often feels like it slips through our fingers, remembering the bigger picture can transform how we approach our daily routines and decisions. Here's how this Stoic principle can be applied. Prioritize what truly matters over trivial distractions. In the hustle of daily life, it's easy to get caught up in minor inconveniences or pursuits that have little long-term significance. Whether it's obsessing over a small mistake, scrolling endlessly through social media, or engaging in unproductive arguments, these distractions drain our energy and time. By reflecting on what truly matters, family, relationships, personal growth, or meaningful contributions, we can better allocate our attention to what aligns with our values. Remember that life is finite, which makes every moment precious. When we internalize the reality of life's impermanence, we begin to see each day, each hour, and each moment as a gift. This awareness encourages us to savor experiences, express gratitude, and avoid taking time for granted. Spending quality time with loved ones or pursuing a long-held dream, remembering life's fragility motivates us to act with urgency and appreciation. Act with purpose and integrity in all that you do. When you reflect on the bigger picture, you recognize that your actions, however small, contribute to the legacy you leave behind. This awareness inspires you to approach each task, conversation, and decision with intention and integrity. Whether it's delivering your best at work, being present with your family, or helping others, living with purpose ensures that your actions align with your values and aspirations. By remembering the bigger picture, we create a life that is not only productive but also meaningful. This practice serves as an antidote to the pettiness and distractions that often cloud our judgment and consume our time. It redirects our focus to what truly matters, enabling us to live with greater clarity, gratitude, and fulfillment. Ultimately, this Stoic principle invites us to embrace life's fragility as a source of strength and motivation. When we reflect on the brevity of life, we are reminded to act decisively, cherish each moment, and prioritize the people and goals that give our existence meaning. By doing so, we honor not just the time we have, but also the profound potential within each passing day. 10. Accept setbacks with grace. Setbacks are an inevitable part of life, and the way we respond to them often defines our character. Stoicism, a philosophy built on resilience and perspective, teaches us to approach challenges with composure and see them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons for despair. As Epictetus wisely stated, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This timeless insight reminds us that while we may not control external events, we can always control our responses, making every setback a chance to strengthen our discipline and character. Life in the modern world is full of challenges, failed projects, missed opportunities, personal hardships, and unforeseen obstacles. These moments can feel overwhelming and disheartening, but the Stoics remind us that they also carry the seeds of growth. By embracing setbacks with grace, we transform them from sources of frustration into stepping stones towards self-improvement. Here's how the Stoic mindset can help us navigate setbacks in today's world. View setbacks as opportunities for growth. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, consider it a lesson in resilience and adaptability. A failed project might teach you new strategies. A missed opportunity might redirect you to a better path. And personal challenges can reveal inner strength you didn't know you possessed. By reframing setbacks as valuable experiences, you develop a mindset that thrives in adversity. Adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. Discipline is not about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond when failure occurs. When you encounter a setback, take a moment to assess what went wrong and how you can improve. Then, move forward with determination. This approach not only helps you recover more quickly, but also builds confidence in your ability to overcome future challenges. Focus on what you can control. One of the core principles of Stoicism is distinguishing between what is within your control and what is not. You cannot always prevent setbacks, but you can control your attitude, effort, and actions in response. By focusing on these elements, you maintain a sense of agency and prevent external events from undermining your inner peace. Accepting setbacks with grace requires cultivating patience, humility, and perspective. It involves acknowledging that failure is a natural part of the human experience and a necessary component of growth. The Stoics remind us that setbacks are not meant to defeat us, but to teach us. Each obstacle we face provides an opportunity to refine our skills, deepen our understanding, and strengthen our character. Moreover, by responding to setbacks with resilience, we set an example for others, whether it's in the workplace, within our families, or among friends. Our ability to face challenges with composure inspires those around us to do the same. This creates a ripple effect, fostering a culture of perseverance and optimism. In the end, setbacks are not a reflection of our worth, but an invitation to rise above circumstances and pursue excellence. By embracing them with grace, we honor the Stoic ideal of turning adversity into advantage, transforming even the hardest moments into opportunities for growth and self-mastery. Through this lens, every challenge becomes a step forward on the path to a disciplined, purposeful, and resilient life. In an age of endless distractions and fleeting pleasures, the Stoic rules for discipline and self-retrieval are more relevant than ever. By focusing on what we can control, practicing resilience, and aligning our actions with our higher values, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with clarity and purpose. Stoicism is not a rigid set of rules, but a way of life, a guide to living intentionally, cultivating inner peace, and achieving meaningful success. The path is challenging, but as the Stoics believed, it is in the struggle that we find strength, and in the discipline that we find freedom. If you have found this video useful, please do justice by subscribing to our channel for more useful content like this.